All right, good morning, everyone. We have 3 decks that they guided me to use today. And the topic today, I get to know, is what do they want you to know today? The one thing they want you to know today. We have these beautiful decks full of purples, pinks, and greens, and golds, and whites. A lot of higher chakra energy to choose from. So I'm going to open the energy, let you choose your deck, and see what they want you to know today. All right, if you haven't chosen a deck yet, you can pause the video and do so. But I'm going to get started with the very first one, which is the Work Your Light deck. So this is the one thing that they want group number 1 to know today from the Work Your Light deck. Let's see what they have to say to you. Whoa. Okay, that's too many. That was quite the... Sometimes when that happens, it's because they need to, like, mix the cards up, you know what I mean, to get to the card they want. But it's a one thing they want you to know. So it's going to be one clear card jumping out at us. Oh, there it is. It almost burnt itself. So, you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Okay. What a beautiful message. I'm going to read from the book as well, but that's gorgeous. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Okay, so this message is for the overthinkers in this group. And look at that. You are the oracle. This is the deck you chose. So you are the oracle. You know this. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking it. Keep facing your true north. Okay? Beautiful. Let me find this in here and read what the book says. It's interesting because there's no numbers that I can see on it. So I just have to find it by looking through the table of contents, which is sometimes I can't see the card, so it's weird. Oh, here it is, page 30. Okay. Let's go there. It says, do not question things so much. Whoa, okay, that is emphasis. Do not question things so much, okay? You are on the right track. You are facing the right way. Stop overthinking it. It is happening, and you are closer than you think. You are exactly where you need to be, and things are moving at the perfect speed. Do not rush it. Now is not the time to be impatient. Now is the time to walk steady. There is no rush. What you are building is being built. What you have planted soon will blossom. With every new day, a new brick is being laid. You have come a long way. The foundations are steady. Now, all that is needed is for you to trust and keep walking forward. If a thought that things should be moving faster enters your head, that is just your ego comparing your rising to someone else. Comparison is not your friend. Stay in your lane, water your own garden, knowing that your time to bloom will come soon. You are already doing it. Keep going. What an amazing message to get. All right, group number 1. Stop overthinking. Stop doubting. Stop being impatient. You know, it's happening. All right. So there's something else you want this group to know today. Get the postcards. You got them for a reason. Okay, so there's a postcard for you too. Let's see what the postcards want to say to you. Weird. Okay. This is weird. Okay, that card that was turned over is the one they want. So, live your dreams. Okay. Dear wonderful you, intimacy is scary sometimes. It means you have to let someone else get to know the real you. not the perfect, flawless mask you wear for others. No, it's time to reveal the cool one, the passionate one, the imperfect one, that is totally you without artifice or walls. Yes, you will be exposed and vulnerable for a time, but it will be so worth it. This is the only way you will know true closeness with others, and you will also be close to spirit and to us. There is an amazing freedom that comes when you let go and just be yourself with another or a group. Release from the invisible bindings that keep you from intimacy is truly empowering. So may we support you wholeheartedly in this choice. You will know yourself better, and we hope learn to love yourself as much as we do. Life is about who we are with others, so share it. You will be so glad you did. Loving you so much. So much. Okay. So this group may have been hermiting for the last little while. You may have been isolating yourselves and hermiting yourselves in some way. This card is reminding you that life is to be experienced with others, not alone. You're to allow others to get to know you, and that's how you get to know yourself. Allow others to love you, and that's how you love yourself as well, right? So whatever you're doing, whatever you're creating is coming to fruition, but a key point is to get there, to be there. You need to really allow yourself to be yourself, okay? That's what this is saying. Is there anything else you want me to know, see, do, hear, be, say, understand for this group? Any other cards? Anything? Okay. This deck is calling me, so let's see what they want to say with this deck. It's a tarot deck. It's one of the pretty ones. Okay. Oh, interesting. Much like with this card, look, there was a card left behind in the box, and they said that's the one left behind in the box. So I'm grabbing the 7 of Cups from the box. That's the one they want. Funny how these cards show themselves today. 7 of Cups. This is an interesting 7 of Cups, especially for such pretty cards. It's one of the less pretty ones in a way. Yeah, okay, let's look in here. So imagination and possibility is what's coming, right? Oh, but look at this. This is why this is taking the mask off, right? So this is talking about being yourself, right? And it's taking the mask off. And it is an interesting card. They don't talk in this deck about the imagery, but it's a really interesting image on this card, right? Like, I don't know if what this is. It's a reptile of some sort. Is it a dragon? I don't know. I'm going to call it a dragon. So maybe there's dragons involved with you somehow. But this is the card that I always interpret the 7 of Cups as, beyond your wildest imaginations, dream big, go beyond your wildest imaginations, that kind of thing. The secrets of the universe being revealed to you, etc., etc. But what's really standing out for me here is that the mask is being taken off. I know the imagery is kind of weird because they're holding a skull in their hand and there's nothing really behind the mask, so that's really weird. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't know what to do with that. Maybe some of you do know what that means or signifies. Maybe you're interpreting this as I'm showing this to you. But I'm to focus on the mask being taken off, okay? And that is the key. So it's just confirming this message. The key to doing what you're trying to do, stop overthinking it, take the mask off, be your true self, okay? Oh, as scary as that might seem, that's why this card is a little scary. I get it now. That's the imagery. That's why it's so weird. A little bit weird to me and a little bit scary to me. It looks scary to me. I don't know. Maybe it looks fine to you. So these 3 cards together is saying, you're already doing it, are saying, you're already doing it. Stop overthinking it. Just take the mask off and be yourself. Okay, wholly and completely. Let the whole world see who you are. Let yourself see who you are, and love yourself as much as the spirit world does, right? And it says something here. What does it say? Yes. This is the only way you will know true closeness with others, and you will also be close to spirit and to us. And so this is interesting, because when I was looking at this and overthinking a little bit about it, not understanding it, but the flashes that came is like, when you take the mask off, it's almost like there's a spirit behind here, because there's nothing physical shown, right? So that's getting close to spirit. And then the skull here, that talks to me about past loved ones now. So this line is here, this is the only way you will know true closeness with others in the physical world, and you will also be close to the spirit, the spirit world and your spirit, and to us. Okay? So that is what they want to say to you. If there's one thing they want to say to you today, they want you to know today, it's you're already doing it. Be patient. Stop overthinking it. Take the mask off. Be your true self. Okay? And that's the way forward. That's group number 1. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye for now. Okay, group number 2, you chose the Astral Realms Crystal Oracle. And let's see. I wanted to see if there's a message. Sometimes there's a message. There's no message. There's just a sun in this. I think that's the sun. Okay. So the sun is shining on you. All right. So let's see what they want to say to you with these cards today. This is the one thing they want you to know. If there's one thing they can tell you, this is it. At least right now, at this point in your life. Okay. Is that the card? It is the card. Okay. Regeneration. It's just the one card. I know there's cards behind it, but there's just the one card. Regeneration. Pluto. Black tourmaline. Didn't Pluto just do something? I think Pluto just did something. Sorry, I should know a little bit more about this. This is look how pretty that is with the pinks. And this what is that? It's malachite? I think it's malachite. Is it malachite? It's very pretty. Yeah. Anyways, why can't I remember anything right now? Let me just look at that. No, it's not malachite. It's a different thing. It's very pretty, and it's green, and it's I think it's like from some meteor, and I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's a very powerful stone. I don't know why I can't think of it right now. Gosh. Okay, anyways, getting back to your reading and out of my head. First group was about overthinking, so maybe you might want to watch that too. Maybe there's 2 things they want to tell you today. But what was I looking at this? What was I looking? Oh, Pluto, right? What is Pluto doing right now? Pluto did something recently, didn't it? Didn't it change? Yes, it entered Aquarius on November 19th. That's what it did. Right. So it came out of somewhere, and what was it? It shifted back to Aquarius, which it will be in Aquarius, it says, until 2043. And what are we? We're 2025, so that's what, 18 years? I hope my math is right. Yeah, I think it's 18 years. So that's, yeah. Okay, I'm not going to get into this. I'm going down a deep hole here looking at this. So it was in Capricorn. It's now in Aquarius. So apparently it went into Aquarius in 2023 in March, from March 23rd through June 11th for a little bit, and then it went back into Capricorn, okay? And then in 2024, it was in Aquarius from January 20th to September 1st. Then it went back into Capricorn again This is interesting. So you might, I don't know why I'm reading this and telling you this, but maybe this corresponds with something that happened in your life. And then it went finally back into Pluto in November 19th, 2024, and it's going to stay there until 2043. So if you've had some rough times since March 2023, with it going back and forth, it was probably preparing you for this, transition for the next 18 years. Okay, so whatever's been going on since March 2023 with you, I feel was preparing you for the next 18 years. All right, if that means anything to anybody, maybe that resonates with someone. We have the number 11, which is the psychic intuitive number. We have black tourmaline, which is a protection stone, and we have regeneration. Okay, I'm going to read from the book, and then we'll see what else they want me to do. All right, so 11, regeneration. So it says protection, purification, and grounding. Regeneration is the act of physically and spiritually becoming anew. It is literally and figuratively shedding skin so that you can change and grow. When you are on a path towards enlightenment, it causes you to lead a life you did not lead before. You begin to change your behaviors, thoughts, actions, and reactions, and regenerate your spirit. You need to realize, though, that in order to experience a regeneration, you have to put in the work. And a lot of this work pertains to your shadow self. When working on your shadow self, you will be prompted to face your darkness and any deep-rooted emotions that may have been compartmentalized so you can put on a brave face. One planet that relates all too well to regeneration and challenging your shadow self is Pluto. Larger than life, omnipotent, alchemical Pluto has a force that is among the most intense of all the heavenly bodies in the solar system. If life seems like a personal hell, look to Pluto for help, but don't expect him to do the heavy lifting for you. Pluto reveals your vices, addictions, and your own undoing. But like a phoenix rising from the ashes, he can show you how to transform that lead into gold. This will always involve a symbolic death. Remember that you're dealing with the ruler of Hades, and something must be released in order for something new to be born. Pluto knows that nothing ever really dies, that it simply transmutes into another form and regenerates. When experiencing powerful regeneration, it's essential to use an equally powerful stone to provide the purification and protection you require. Black tourmaline is a magnificent grounding stone that will shield you from negativity in any form. It takes negative energies from your person and environment, transmutes them into positive energy, and then emits new, higher vibrations. So, there is I don't know what this is, a mantra, I don't know, a prayer, whatever. There's something to say here. Okay. I embrace my darkness. I acknowledge the shadow that is part of myself. I call in regeneration and rebirth to cleanse all that is no longer serving my highest good. Beautiful. Okay. So, the one thing they want you to know is that I'm hearing that you are protected and that you are being regenerated. Okay, you've probably been doing some intense shadow work since March 2023. And, Pluto going in and out of Capricorn like that, from Capricorn to Aquarius, then back, and then out again, and then back, and now finally back into Aquarius for the next 18 years. I feel like a lot of you since March 2023 have been facing your shadows intensely, more intensely than you've ever done in your life, is what I'm hearing. And there was a purpose, clearly, for that. And it was to prepare you for whatever's happening these next 18 years. And it was to have some sort of death, probably an ego death, and a rebirth that's preparing you, regenerating you for this next 18 years, okay? You might want to get a black tourmaline if you feel called to. I'm going to do the same thing I did with group number 1, which is now I'm going to use these postcards to get your next message. With you, they want me to cut the deck, okay? I'm going to put this off to the side here. Cut the deck. Okay. Oh, sorry. I hit the camera, which to me always speaks of emphasis on something. So we're emphasizing, this message, you are magic. Remember I talked about Pluto being able to transmute anything, especially dark energy? So yeah, interesting with that message about all of that. So, dearest you, there are times when loss is a part of life. Sometimes a loss is welcome, like when you leave a situation not in alignment with your highest good. Sometimes a loss is sudden and painful, like when a loved one crosses over to our dimension. Regardless of the nature of the loss and your control over it, your experience is asking to be acknowledged. Tears are necessary, as is grief. When you repress the natural expression of loss and try to move on too quickly, the unprocessed pain haunts you in destructive ways. We don't want that for you. Instead, let your heart break open wide. Feel the loss and integrate it. See the beauty that was, the lessons learned, and know that as you let go of what has passed, ever more of you remains. It gets better, we promise. Your heart expands with more compassion for the world than ever before. Love heals all. We are loving you, sending you love always and forever. I love that it says that your heart expands, because I believe the card that showed itself right after, this card was behind this one. It was expansion. Okay? So, oh, look at that. Expansion, North Node, and Opal. Very cool. Do you want me to read this? No, they don't want me to read it, but they just wanted me to show it to you. Okay. I'm going to keep it out there. Maybe we're going to come back to it. Okay, now we're going to get a card from this deck. Oh, okay, they do want me to show you the card behind it, because I just saw 22 on the timer, and the 22 is behind it. So we have expansion. These are the 3 cards that actually came out. These cards came out behind this one. We had expansion, and we had number 22, perspective. And we have Neptune and Larimar. Larimar is one of my favorite stones. I have a Larimar somewhere. I don't know where it is. I'm going to have to find it now that I remember that. When I moved, a lot of my crystals are all over the place. But anyways, very cool. Expand your perspective, okay? Your perspective is expanding. That's what I'm hearing with these 2 cards showing themselves. So I'm going to put them there. Not to read them, but just they wanted to show themselves. Okay, here's your card. Didn't take long, did it? Strength. Okay, so whatever's happened since March 2023, I feel like this is super important. It has expanded your perspective. It has regenerated you. It has transmuted something, and it has given you strength like you've never had before. Okay, that's, yeah. And the strength comes from your ability to be compassionate. We know that, right? With the strength card, that's what it represents. I want to look at the actual strength card just to see what it says in here, if anything. The strength card reminds us that true power comes from within. Through patience, gentleness, and compassion, one can overcome obstacles without resorting to physical aggression. The woman and the lion signify that we need to tame the beast within us and find balance. And that's what you've been doing, right? You've been doing that. You faced your shadow self over this past year and a half, is almost 2 years actually. Wow, it's January 2025 already. Yeah, almost 2 years. You've faced your shadow self. You've integrated it, and you transformed it. So you've been reborn, okay? This is really interesting. Some of you may have gone through some sort of loss in your life, loss of a loved one that's passed over, or loss of a relationship, or just a loss of your, the way you identified, the ego. Maybe you went through some stuff and you saw some parts of yourself that you were like, whoa, where did that come from? And it was the darker sides of yourself, and you were like, I'm not who I thought I was, and had to grieve all of that. Who knows? I don't know. But whatever you went through, it's brought you this strength, okay? It's transformed you and brought you to a place of strength like you've never experienced before, okay? And that's what they want you to know, about this, okay? I feel like with this group, it's very much about March 2023 to now and everything you've been going through, okay? It's in the North Node, right? They talk about your North Star and your North Node or whatever, and they talk about that being, the path, the right, like the true soul path. So it's brought you onto, it's giving you the strength to step onto that path, okay? For the next 18 years, you will be doing something very, very aligned. I mean, for the rest of your life probably, but the next 18 years in particular, you'll be doing something very aligned with your North Node. So it might be a career thing because I'm getting the 18 years. For some of you, it might be 22 years. For some of you, it might be 27 years. For some of you, it might be 8 years. And for some of you, it might be 11 years. They're pointing out all of these numbers, right? But I feel like your career is aligning. Okay, your love life and your career, everything really is aligning and facing the North Node now. And this past almost 2 years has been part of helping you get there. All right, that is the message. Okay. I keep wanting to look at them, so I'm going to look at them. I don't know if it's just me or if Spirit wants me to look at them, but I want to look at them. So I was drawn to the opal immediately. The opal acts as a mirror to your emotions and thoughts and have a way of bringing up pent-up desires and emotions to the surface to be dealt with, okay? Opals are about expansion. The North Node represents what you need to explore in order to evolve, grow, and expand, okay? By learning from your past experiences and your developed skills from the South Node, you can continue your work on expansion in the North Node. Okay? It's guiding you to the path you are meant to be on and helping you to expand deeper into your spirituality, right? This is your main purpose in life and will further your soul's evolution. Opals can be your portal key to the North Node and lead you to your authentic path expansion. So if you don't have an opal, get yourself one, okay? Even if it's just a picture of it. So opals will absorb these emotions in order to make room for clarity and your creativity to come through. Opals also enhance your cosmic mind, consciousness, and allow you to fall into your spiritual path by expressing your true self with originality. Okay, so yeah, bring that opal energy in. I want to look at Larimar. Working with Larimar enhances any space by bringing in its loving energies and a sense of calm and serenity, which encourages healing. Larimar is considered a seeker harmonizer crystal, which means that its crystalline energy structure aligns naturally to the power of the human mind. Harnessing Larimar's energies can create balanced vibrations that shift your perspective from what is reality and what is not. It helps you ask how you are fooling yourself or looking at things in a way that is not helpful for your frequency and vibration. And it says here, I create my own reality. So, yeah. I want to see what this card says. This card says, I let go of my ego and move toward my main purpose and my soul mission in this lifetime. Yeah, you experienced an ego death, I believe. Okay? That's what this is telling me. So that's your main thing. That's what they want you to know. This past, what is it, 22 months, 22. That's master creator energy, builder energy, right? So these past 22 months have been you going through an ego death, going through a regeneration of your soul and your soul purpose. It's been expanding your perspective, helping you integrate your shadow self and bringing you the strength that you need for the next 18 years where you're going to be fully and completely on your North Node, North Star path. Okay? Beautiful. That is your message. I really loved that one. I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye-bye. All right. I'm just going to put some cards away before I get to group number 2 here, because my desk is getting to be a mess, my table. Okay, so group number 2, you chose the Lumen cards. Seeing if there's any messages in these. Yeah, no, not in this one. Blank space. All right. Let's see. The one thing they want you to know. This card wants to come out, so let's take that card. Speak truth. It's time for you to speak truth. Your truth. To just speak. Even, just speak. So I'm going to read from the book, then we're going to find out more things. This card is asking you tap into what needs to be brought out of you. It extends beyond speaking and into embodying. What truth of yours needs form? Your soul, heart, and body are always trying to communicate with you. Maybe you find yourself mysteriously drawn to a subject, art form, or genre. Maybe you realize you are buying every purple thing you see. There's a lot of purple in this card, right? And yeah. All of these things, whether small or large, are our heart's longing. It is an ember of our truth trying to light within us. In order to nurture that flame, we must breathe life into it, embody it, speak it, embrace it. Tap into your truth in any way you can and give it power by naming it, however you feel called to name it. So interesting. I've been using these purple matches. And, I was thinking that as I was doing this today, I was like, do I mention, I mentioned when I use the pinks and when I use the purples and when I mentioned at the beginning of this, there was a lot of pink, purple, green, gold, and white. All of these things, there's a lot. Even this card has that here. And look, they're all there too. All of these things have meaning. They really do. They are helping lead you to where you want to be, where your heart and soul want you to be. Okay? Do I need to read the rest? No, that's it. Okay. So, yeah, it's about expressing yourself truthfully, honestly, expressing yourself. Expressing who you are is what, verbally, but embodying it. Your truth, the truth of who you are. Okay? That's what they want you to know. It's time. It's time to do this. All right, we're going to get two more cards for you. But that's what they're saying. That's the one thing they want you to know. It's time. Okay? Those are 2. This one. Okay. Okay, let's see what the back says. Be fearless. Okay, be fearless and speak and express yourself. Yes. Okay. Okay, dearest you, are you taking yourself and your problems too seriously? Maybe fear of the future is weighing on you. We would like you to take a little break from all of that and start having fun, because you're truly a fun person. When you stop fixating on what has been making you heavy-hearted, we get a chance to move to some magic in your direction. We just need you to let go a little. Spirit needs some room and gets very inspired by your laughter when you have fun. When was the last time you got really loose, silly, and goofy? Maybe you need to go dancing or watch some very funny comedy to make you laugh, or call the one friend you know will remind you how ridiculous and delightfully giddy you can be. You will return refreshed and renewed and ready to once again see the world as less daunting, and you will be ready to receive in perfect timing the bounty that Spirit has for you. Don't you just love how much we care about you? Okay, so the true you, this is telling me, it's time to embody and live and be and express the true you, which is lighthearted and fun. Okay, you are lighthearted and fun and joyful. Okay, and that's what they want you to know. Okay, we're gonna get this card, one of these cards. Okay, do you want me to cut? Yeah, they want me to cut the cards. Oh, okay. All right. The High Priestess. That's why it's blank. right? Because the high priestess represents like the unknown, right? So you didn't have the other ones had like an image or a message in the box, but this one was blank. So that's the unknown, right? And this is the unknown. So you are the high priestess. This is who you truly are. And that might be why you get bogged down by the seriousness of things. You're taking it all very seriously. And, you know, the high priestess, you know, no doubt, she can be taken very seriously. But what that tells me is you're very intuitive and you're very, you know, mysterious. But you're very wise, okay, and enlightened. And you understand, you know, the spirit world and the physical world. And you're very introspective, okay, very introspective. And you're probably a healer, a teacher, and, you know, an energy worker of some sort, or, you know, a psychic and intuitive, all those things. You're all of that, right? But we can get really, that's what they're wanting to tell you. You know, doing this work, we can get really, really bogged down and get really into, like, it can become very, very heavy. We can focus on healing. And if we're focused on healing, we're always focused on what's broken, right? And it can become very heavy. So that's why they're saying, are you taking yourself and your problems too seriously? Maybe fear of the future is weighing on you, especially if you can see the future sometimes, right? We would like you to take a little break from all of that and start having fun, right? When you stop fixating on what has been making you heavy-hearted, we get a chance to move some magic in your direction. We just need you to let go a little. Spirit needs some room and gets very inspired by your laughter when you have fun. So lighten up, express the lighter side of yourself, okay? Be silly, be goofy, go dancing, watch comedies, you know, just take a break from, and especially right now, the world is so heavy. Everything going on in the world is heavy, right? So the message is to lighten up, and like, that's so interesting, because, like, you know, when this comes out, that's even a heavy card. Like, when this comes out and it says speak your truth, speak the truth, you know, you're like, holy, I've got something really, you know, important to say. You know, it could be very heavy. It can be interpreted as a very heavy message, right? Like, holy cow, it's so important, right? But you don't have to take it that seriously. We are here to love and be loved. We are here to experience joy, you know? And so they want to remind you of that. Group number 3, okay? Just lighten up. Have fun. Be your silly self. Silly, the word silly, the root of the word is sileg, which is to be blessed. So the more silly you are, the more blessed you'll be, okay? That's what's coming here. So, yeah, that's beautiful. You can be the high priestess and be silly at the same time. Ah, yeah, that happens. When you're this person, people tend to, like, think that you're not, like, that you're always going to be, like, so serious. They can project that onto you, right? And be like, oh, well, but you're this person, so you have to be serious. You have to be, you know, this truth teller, this truth seeker, this truth person, this whatever, you know. But you don't, you can be lighthearted. You don't have to be, like, it doesn't have to be all dark and heavy, right? It can be light. It can be fun, right? A lot of us come here and see these YouTube videos. Sometimes it's when we're going through rough times, but sometimes it's just for fun, right? Sometimes we get a reading for fun. Sometimes we do things for fun, even this kind of stuff, right? I mean, I find this kind of stuff a lot of fun. One time, I said the word fun I was doing a reading from a past loved one, and I kept saying the word fun in it. Apparently, I didn't know. Now, one of my past loved ones said the word fun a lot, so that could be why. But and I like to say the word fun. I have some French in my background, and anyways, there's a whole thing around the word fun. It reminds me of my grandmother who did this kind of work too. But anyways, someone commented and said, fun. How can you be saying the word fun when you're doing a past life reading, like a reading about a past loved one? How dare you? It's not fun to have a past loved one, to be grieving. Of course it's not fun. I know that, right? So I responded very, very, much from the truth. And I said, I appreciate that. I understand that. After my dad died when I was very young, when I was a teenager, life wasn't fun. A lot of things weren't fun. It was very, very heavy. And so, it was actually great for me, for them to point out that I was using the word fun and that I was being lighthearted in my reading, because I was like, holy, that shows me how far I've come, because there was a time in my life where, I wasn't having a lot of fun and I wasn't lighthearted about any of it. And I was very immersed in the healing, grieving, dark, heavy side of all of this. So as much as it kind of, offended them that I was on the lighter side of things at this point in my life, it really showed me that I was, and that was a gift to me. And they received my response well, and they said, I hope to get there one day. And I hope they do. I really do. And I hope you do too. Okay? If you're not there, this message is for you, saying it's time to be there. Okay? Get yourself there somehow. Go dancing. Call a friend. Watch your favorite comedian. Go to a comedy show. Whatever gets you laughing, having fun. Okay? That's what they want you to do. So when they say speak truth and embody your truth is you are lighthearted, you are joy, okay? You are light and love, okay? That's what they want you to know today. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day.